What it do, everybody? It's your boy King Crowder back again with another edition of History You May Not Know and Things That Are Not Taught in Detail for Show. Today's lesson, we will be taking on a topic of the great Richard Boward Spike, who was a prolific inventor with 8 patents to his names that was created between 1907 and 1946. King Richard is known to have innovated, changed the automotive industries, barber chairs, and trolley cars. He grew up having his own salon, being a self-made inventor after his parents uplifted from slavery. He was born in Monroe, Louisiana, to his mother, the Spike family, on October 7th, 1878. He came from a relatively large family. He had at least 6 siblings. His younger brother was named Benjamin Franklin Spike, better known as Rev. He would go on to be known as a well-known jazz musician. In the 1880 census, and later be known when they relocated to Texas, which actually became a territory for Black Americans, later on Oklahoma, where their families earned their freedom and began to deliver, where Black people began to thrive and work together. The Spike family began to grow as they began to grow up in their family, and they moved around the country because they were seeking freedom and land to cultivate. They lived in Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, before finally settling in California. While living in these places, King Richard began to find ways to innovate, being the natural engineering person he was. His first invention came while living in Bisbee, Arizona, when he identified and made a patent to make the beer kegs. Did you know that the beer kegs we use for beers all the time, the way that you release, keep the fluid, keep it going smoothly, was invented by King Richard. Mr. Richard invented this technology because he knew that beer was a typical energy used mostly for water back in those days, but the whole tubing system to make it work more smoothly and automatically free, King Richard had a strong patent and innovation in that. King Richard's next invention was a self-locking billboard cues. He received this patent around October 11th, 1910, while he was in Albuquerque, New Mexico. 10 years later, Richard resided in Fort Bragg, California. Remember, this guy was very successful moving around. Identified a trolley pole that would go into what we call public transportation. He identified a device that had made it stop, made the circuit work more freely, and made it less injuries prevented from happening. Over the next 40 years, King Richard identified at least 7 more great inventions. Think about the brake tasting machine. He made an electrical currents inside of straight trolleys. He made a milk bottle opener. He also identified average stiffness for making the automobiles work smoothly and effectively. He also invented a swinging barber chair. Most people don't realize that he invented that by making, when he was cutting in this industry, to allow barbers to move their clients easily and freely. His last and most impactful invention, when he made later this year, almost at age 80, an automatic safety brake system for the car. Think about our automatic braking system, y'all. It was invented by King Richard, a Black American who was known to have innovative technology. He was not formally educated. He was a self-made, self-educated person who wanted to make things easy for our society. Think about this. We know about cars, automatic transitions, how they built over time. But did you know that these people contributed to making our life so much easier? His patent, his idea, his normal braking system, and a way to make public transportation easier should be given to Mr. Richard Spikes. He was an inventor way ahead of his time. And sadly, his sun set right before the civil rights movement was officially gone and spurred off. Richard B. Spike died January 22nd, 1965, in the great city of Los Angeles, California. This gentleman should be remembered for his patents, what he did to make things easier, his public transportation utilities, his system as far as cars, beers, barbershop, and multiple things. King Richard's devices affect us to this day. Did you know this great inventor? Did you know how he helped us? I want to shine a light on people who are not effectively given credit in American history. It's your boy King Crowder. Hopefully you learned something. Please smash the subscribe button, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I hope you learned something this week, y'all. It's your boy checking out. Peace.